Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, fine. Yesterday we have started with the retry failed, how to retry the test cases. Right, one way is if any test case is failed, we can run from the there will be a some TestNG failed XML will create in the test output folder. We can run from there. Right, TestNG failed.xml. If any test case failed after execution, it will generate. We can re-trigger it. We can execute the failed. And while executing itself, I want to retry. That means while executing, suppose this test case is failed, I want to retry again immediately. While executing the test case, suppose if test case is failed, I want to retry. I want to retry again immediately. Right? How to do that? There is a one listener. There is a one listener called retry RetryAnalyzer. There is an interface called iRetryAnalyzer. There is an interface iRetryAnalyzer. We have to create one class. Just I have created one class RetryAnalyzer and implements iRetryAnalyzer. Right, it is an interface. So there is a one abstract method we have to override. Right, retry method. There is a retry abstract method we have to retry. Here we can decide whether to retry or not. How many times I want to retry the test case. Suppose max I want to retry for 2 times. If any test case is failed, I want to retry 2 times. Right, here I have taken a one is the counter equal to 1. A retry limit is 2 times. I want to retry for 2 times. Right, if test case is failed, so automatically it will come. It will come here. Right, this listener will invoke. Automatically this will invoke. It will verify. Right, we have given counter equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 2. Right, 1 less than or equal to 2. True only. Then we are incrementing counter. Then return true. True means it will retry. Return true means it will retry. Then it will execute. If it is test case is passed, if test case is passed, fine. If test case is failed, again it will come. Test case is failed, again it will come. It will verify what is the counter. Previously it is 1, incremented to plus plus. It will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 2. Right. 2 less than or equal to 2. True only. What will happen? It is returning true, so it will execute again. Suppose if test case again failed, if it is passed, it will ignore. If it is failed again, it will come again. What is the counter now? 3. 3 less than or equal to 2. False. 3 less than or equal to 2. False. It will not execute. It will stop. That means it will execute. We have given count as a 2 times. If any test case is failed, try for 2 times. If first time is passed, second time will not execute. If first time failed, first retry failed, then second retry. If second retry also failed, then it will fail the test case. Final result is fail only. If in this, if it is passed, that is fine. If it is failed means it will retry for 2 times. We will see example. This is one thing. We have to create the class, implement the RetryAnalyzer, iRetryAnalyzer interface. Then we have to override the retry method. We have to override the retry method. Then we have to write a simple piece of code. How many times I want to how many times we want to retry. You want to retry for 1 time or 2 times or 3 times. How many times I want to retry. Right, just we have to take one counter and what is the max retry. Right, retry limit is 2 times. Then it will execute. Right, if it is returning true means it will retry. If it is returning false means it will stop. We will see simple example. Okay, fine. For this, one second. Okay, we have to create one retry analyzer, implement a retry, override retry method, then test case. Coming to test case, this is the simple test cases. Two test cases, one is pass, one is fail test. We are failing, accept true false. Then what we have to do here, there is a one attribute, a retry analyzer. There is a attribute called retry analyzer. Then we have to give our analyzer class. What is the retry? We have created one retry analyzer class. Right, retry analyzer class. Then for on every test we have to write like this. On every test we have to write like this, retry analyzer. Then just execute it. Now if we observe, test case 1 is executed only one time, that is passed, it is not retried. Then second test case, right, we are failing this test case actually. Right, first time it retried, it is failed, then it is tried for another 2 times. First time is, this is normal test case, then it retried for first time, again failed, this is second time. We have given max limit is 2 times, so it will try 2 times. That means last time also failed, so previous ones are skip, it will mark as a skip, and last one is as a failed. Right, first one is, this is the normal test case, normal test case is failed. Then we have enabled retry analyzer, so it will retry for, we have given 2 times, so it will try first time, okay, it is still failed first time also, again it will second time. That means here it will show 3 times, because normal test case 1 time, retry 2 times. Right, previous retries it will make it as a skip, only one test case will mark either pass or fail, remaining will make it as a skip. Suppose I have created one more example also. Just to show, just one static variable, right, fine. One static variable, right. Here what we are doing, normal test case only, just we are failing test case to show, right, third iteration is passing or not. Third iteration, if I equal, first iteration means I equal to here, I equal to 1, I equal to 1 means it will execute here, it will fail the test case, the second time also it will fail. Right, if I equal to, it will come to third time, then it will pass. To show, just to show, I have kept some logic to pass the test case. Then what will happen? third test case. We did not enable the retry analyzer. We have to enable retry analyzer. Just I will comment these two. Only this test case. Right. First time it got failed. First time here it will come, it will fail. Second time also it will fail. Third time what will happen? Just we have written count I equal to 3, then asset will become true, then test case will become pass. Right? Test case is pass. Previous ones it will show as a skip. Final one it will show either pass or fail. Right? It is passed. Suppose in second time we will pass. That means first retry. In first retry itself we are making it as a pass. Then we'll see. Let's see it normal test case. This is the first one is normal test case failed. Then it is retried for first time itself we are making it as a pass. That means first retry it is passed. Then it will not go for second retry because first retry itself it is got passed. Then it will ignore. We have given max retry 2 times, but first retry itself it is passed. It will not execute second time. Right, that is the when we will go when we will enable retry listener, our test cases are suppose failing due to network issues or slowness of the application. Maybe sometimes what will happen, suddenly application will become slow or network become slow, test case will fail. There is no issue with the test case, but it will fail. Right, in those cases we can enable retry listener. We can retry one or two max try. We can give the max retry how many times we want, one time or 2 times. Right, so that at the time, if at the time of running test cases itself, right, we can make retry it. We can retry for again one more time. Right, that is one thing. And we can improve this logic. We can improve. So now what we are doing, we are writing, suppose 100 test cases are there. I want to write each and every test case, retry listener, retry listener, retry listener. Right, I want to write for all the test cases like this attribute in the test attribute. But there is a one more way. We no need to write. We can remove. We can no need to write. These are all things. We have to there is a one more thing. There is a one more listener called there is a one transformer, actually one more annotation transformer. There is a one more interface, annotation transformer. Just we have to give the name and implement, create a one class, give the name as annotation transformer, implements annotation transformer. There is a abstract method, interface as a one abstract method. We have to override. Just what we have to do here, annotation dot set, whatever we are manually here doing. Right, we are in the test case attribute retry analyzer. This will do same thing. Set retry analyzer. What is retry analyzer? We have given analyzer class, right? Name of the this retry analyzer class we have to give in annotation transform, so that what will happen, it will automatically replace @test. It will add a attribute to @test. It will automatically add retry analyzer attribute for @test. Right, we no need to write each and every test case retry analyzer attribute. Just there is a annotation transformer. We can implement this interface. It will do for us. We no need to write manually. Annotation dot set retry analyzer. Then what is the class we have written? Retry analyzer class. This class we have to just give here. That's it. And one more thing we have to do. This is the first step, right? First we have to create the RetryAnalyzer, implement the RetryAnalyzer. Then just we have to override retry method and write the simple logic how many times we want to retry. And then annotation transformer, annotation transformer. Then there is a transform method, just and then annotation dot set the RetryAnalyzer. We have to give the RetryAnalyzer class. These two classes we have to implement, and then in the TestNG file, in the TestNG file, we have to add one tag called listeners. We have to give the name listeners. And listener, what is the listener? Class name, package name. This is the package name. Where is our class? Right in the TestNG training retry package, and then class name, annotation transformer. Then it will automatically recognize this one. Right, this annotation transformer will recognize automatically all the test cases and replace that attribute. At the rate test, it will add automatically RetryAnalyzer attribute. Just we have to add in the TestNG file listeners, listener, what is the class name, annotation transform. Right, if we run from here, right, listener test, we don't have any, here we did not have any attribute, but see, still it is working. It is retrying. If test case is failed, it is retrying. Right, that is the advantage of RetryAnalyzer. RetryAnalyzer, if you want to, while executing test cases itself, I want to retry. Right, then we can implement this these listeners. First one is we have to create one class, implement IRetryListener, and then simply write the override the abstract method, retry method, and write the simple code, write logic to return true or false. How many times I want to retry test case. And then one more is annotation transformer, annotation transformer. Implements, this is also interface. Just we can create one class, implement annotation transformer, and override the transform method. Alright, implement the abstract method. Then annotation dot set retry listener. Then what is the class name? We have created RetryAnalyzer dot class. And then third step is in the TestNG file we have to add the listeners. Listener class name. What is the class name? Annotation transform. We have created a class name as a annotation transform. That we have to give. Then we can execute it. It will enable the retry listener. For each and every class, automatically listener retry attribute, RetryAnalyzer attribute automatically will add, and it will retry. If it is failed, it will retry for 2 times. If first time it is passed, the second time will not execute. Suppose I have given 5 times retry. If the second time is second retry, if it is passed, it will execute next test case. It will not execute third and fourth, fifth. Right. It will just first time it will iterate. It will, if it is passed, then it will come out. Already test case is passed, then it will come. It will not try again to second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. It will retry max 5 times. If first time failed, second time failed, third time failed, fourth time failed, fifth. If fifth time also failed, mark it as a fail. In middle, if it is passed, pass. That is the retry listener. That is the retry listener. Then we have some more listeners. We have a few more listeners. Right, few more listeners. Listener, what is the listener? Why? What is the advantage? It will listen to a particular event. Right. it will automatically, listeners will trigger automatically whenever particular event occurred. A retry listener, when it will automatically execute whenever test case is failed, automatically retry listener will enable. Right, event is failed. If event automatically, right, our event is failed. If suppose test case is failed, retry listener automatically will enable and retry. Right, listeners will listen to a particular event, then it will execute automatically for that event. Right, for that we have few more listeners. Right, first one is iSuit listener. There is a iSuit listener. iSuit listener. I have created one class, one package. I have created listeners, and then just given class name as a some iSuit listener example. Just I have given a class name as a iSuit. Implements iSuit listener. There is an interface iSuit listener. Implements iSuit listener. There are two methods in the interface. We have to over on start method, on finish method. On start, it will take a iSuit as the parameter. On finish, it will take a iSuit as. When this will execute before starting our execution, then once all the execution is completed, like these two methods are like before suit, after suit, same as before suit and after suit. Mostly listeners are used for logging or reporting purpose. Right, logging or reporting purpose we will use listeners to log some data or in the HTML report to generate. Right, mostly for that purpose listeners are used, or otherwise if you want to do any, if you have any requirement, right, before starting execution you want to create some test data, right, we will write the in this listeners. Or if you want to delete again, you want to clean the data again after execution, then on finish we can write. Right, one time activity if you want to do, we can do in this listeners. Right, iSuit listener, it has a on start, on finish. Just I have written a just what is the name of the suit. That's it. I have nothing written. Just a simple system.out.println. Right. It will on start will start before starting the execution. On finish will execute once all the execution is done. Then okay, example listener, iSuit listener. Then we have to enable this listeners. iSuit listener. For every listener, we have to add in the TestNG file listeners tag. Listeners, listener class name. What is the class name? iSuit listener example. With the package name, we have to give iSuit listener example. If we click a control and then it will go automatically. If it is correct path, it will go control and press mouse click, it will come here. Right, if it is, or suppose if I have given a wrong path, right, it will not go. If I click also, it will not go. That means there is a something wrong we have given. If it is a correct path, then it will go inside. Okay, then if I trigger, there is a some listener test, simple test case. Before method there is a some test, two test, three test cases are there. One is pass, one is fail, one is skip. Just I am skipping the test case. Right, simple. There is a simple before method, and then one test case is pass test case, one is the fail test case, one is the skip test case. Right. Now execute the listener. Here iSuit listener, we enabled iSuit listener. Right, so listener is started. Right. this one suit started, I suit listener, and then before method test case executed, and second test case, third test case are executed, and then I suit listener finish method. Finish method is completed. Okay, you are asking something. Why did we write I suit in different XML file? Right. No, no. You are asking this one, right? Listeners. Why we have written listener? Okay. Fine. What is the purpose of, first of all? See. What is the right? No, there is no different XML file. Only one. This is the only one XML file, right? Right. See, just this is to just to show I have created. Right, I want to show, this is the training classes I am giving, right? I want a clear suit file, so that in real time it will not be like this. It will have a only one test I have created, right, to clearly to explain. Normally it don't have different we will not create multiple XML files. Only directly we can write in the XML file itself. Just to this is the training classes, right? Just to clear, that's it. We can create, right, we will have a smoke suit, regression suit, right? There itself we will enable listener. We will not create separate any sum to explain to the students, right? Just I will create like this. Okay, fine. Right, I suit listener. That here we will write, this is simple, this is our test case. Actually this is our test case. For this I am enabling listener, I suit listener. Then it will execute before starting on start method will be executed. Once done, all the execution done, on finish method will be executed. This is a simple listener. I suit listener, it will have a on start and on finish methods. Right. Similarly we have a one more listener, I test listener. There is a I test listener. Right, I test listener. Right, I test listener. Simple here. What is the I test listener? I have created one class name as a ITestListener example. Any name we can give. Just I have given this name, implements ITestListener. There is an interface ITestListener. Then there are multiple methods we have. There are multiple methods we have in the ITestListener. On start, there is a method on start. It will take a argument as a parameterize ITest context. Right. Then there is a on finish. There is a on finish, on test, on finish. This is similar to our before test and after test annotations. This is similar to, that means it will, these two will execute for each test tag. For each test tag, on start and on finish, similar to our before test and after test. So it will execute for each test tag. Then on test start, this is like a before method. On test start is like a before method. It will execute before executing the test case. Then there is a on test success. If test case is success, it will come here. It will execute. If test case is failed, this on test failure will be executed. If test case is skipped, it will execute. Right. These three will execute only when test case is passed. Only this will execute. When test case is failed, this method will be executed. If test case is passed, this method is executed. Right, ITestListener, it has a multiple methods: on start, on finish, on test start, on test success, on test failure, on test skip. Right, for this example, just we have created two. This is one class. Right, simple class. It has a. I'll remove this. Right, simple test cases. One is pass, one is fail, one is skip. Right, and one more is same copy pasted. It has a only two test cases. One is pass, one is fail. One is pass, one is fail. Then here we have to enable the listener class, and then just run it. I have created same two test tags, same classes. Now fine. On start method. Right, on start method is executed. Right, then test case. Test case execution started. Test 1. Then success. Right, this is first test case. Then again test case execution started. Second test case. On failure method. This test case is failed. So on test failure method is executed. Then third test case. On test skip method is executed because this test case is skipped. Then again second. First tag is completed. Second tag again test execution started. Right, then test 1 on test success, again test case execution, test 2 test failure, then on finish. Oh, okay, this is entire thing is a first test tag only. Right, because in first test tag we have two classes. One has a three test cases, one has a two. So total 5 test cases we have. So here executed on start is executed only one time, on finish executed only one time, because it will execute only one time for test tag. Right, remaining this one execute for each and every method. On test case started, execution started, execution started, execution started. Then success method will execute only success, fail method fail, skip method skip. Right, this is entire one test tag, 5 test cases. Then second set again on test start method executed. Then again 5 test cases will execute. Then on finish. On finish. Right, only success method will execute for success, failure method will execute for failure, skip method will be executed for skip. Right, see here first test case, one is passed, one is failed, one is skip. Second one is passed, one is failed, and again same thing. Right, based on the event. Based on event, if it is failed, fail method will execute. Success means success method, skip means skip method. Right, listeners will listen to the events. Right, before starting the test case, or on finishing the test case, or for each and every test case. It is for success, only success. It is only execute when failure. It will execute only for skip. Right. More listeners are mostly used for logging purpose only. Logging purpose or reporting purpose. If you specific need, if you have any specific requirement, then we can also use these listeners. Then there is a method listener, one more listener. We have a right. Just create one more class and then implements I invoked method listener. I invoked method listener. Right, it has a two methods: before invocation, after invocation. before invocation, after invocation. Just here sys out before invocation of method started for just method name. How to get here? There is a invoke, two arguments are there. One is the method, one is the test result. By using the method argument, we can get the method name. Method dot get test method dot get method name. And by using test result, we can also get the test class. Test result dot get test class. So it what is the class name? It will give method name and class name. Just I am printing method name, class name. Before invoking the what is the method and class name, and after invocation same thing. Okay, there is a I invoked method listener. It will invoke before invocation, after invocation will invoke for each and every method. Each and every method. That means it will execute for before suit. Before suit annotation it will execute. Before method, before test, normal test method it will execute, and annotation methods before suit, before method, before test. For that also these two will execute. For each and every method it will execute these things. Not only test methods, every method, before suit method, after suit method, right? Every method it will execute. We'll see that. Okay, method. We have a listener, enable listener. Okay, listener test. Okay, here we'll write previously removed before method, right? Before method. Okay, public void before method println. Okay, just give the before, and also will create a one before test also. Okay, fine. Just execute the I method listener. Okay, what happened here? See, before invocation, what is the class name? Listener test. Method is before test. Method is before test. Class name is listener test. It executed before test. Then after invocation of the before test. Then before method. Then normal test case. Again before method. Right, then normal test case. Then before method. Right, each and every method it will execute. These two are executes. Before invocation, after invocation will execute for each and every method. Each and every method it will execute before invocation, after invocation. Before invocation method will execute once that is done after invocation. Alright, not only test cases. It will execute for all the methods. Each and every method it will execute before starting, and once execution done, it will execute after invocation. Before and after. Right, fine. There is a one more listener is there. One more listener. By using this listener, we can get the details. Suppose my total execution is done. Total execution is done. Maybe I want to prepare a HTML report, or I want to prepare Excel report. Right? If you want to prepare your own reports, then this listener will be helpful. What is this listener? There is a interface called iReporter. iReporter. It has a one abstract method, generate report. Generate report. Generate report. it has a multiple arguments. One is the XML source output directory. Right, what it will contain actually, after execution, this listener will be executed. Once all the execution is done, then this listener is executed. Then what it will contain, all the results of the test cases, whether it is pass or fail. Each and every test case details will be available in this listener. So that if we have all the details, then what we can do, we can prepare our own report. If required, we can generate HTML report or Excel reports we can generate in this listener. Right, how to get us, just I am printing here how many total test cases are passed, how many are failed, how many are skipped. Just I am printing total test case pass, fail, skip. For that, first what we have to do, there is a argument source. Right, we are executing only one suit. Right, so it will come if suit, we can iterate. This is a list, right? List we can iterate by using for each loop. Suits, then we will get I suit, then suit name. How to get the suit name? Suit dot get name. Then what are the results, right? I want to get all the, in this suit, how many test cases are executed. I want to get all those 100 test cases are executed in this suit. I want to get all the 100 results. Right, suit dot get results dot values. Right, the suit dot get results dot values. It will give all the test cases results. Collection of I suit results. Collection of I suit results. Right, then we can get the suit results. Again, we have to iterate the collection. Then get the result object, and then get the again. These are all, no need to remember everything. Just we have a one iReporter, we will get the all the details of the execution. We have to remember that. Just we can copy, paste the code, whatever we want to do, we can do it after that. Right, assert dot get test contest. We will get a contest. From this contest, we will get the how many test cases are passed or failed or skipped. How to get test contest dot get pass test get all results dot size. Just I am printing what is the size of the pass test cases. Right, test contest dot pass test cases dot get all results dot size. Similarly, failed test cases size. Test case contest dot get failed test dot get all results dot size. Then skip also similarly. Right, skip also. Then dot size. Right, here just I am printing how many test cases are passed, how many are failed, how many are skipped. Right, just this is already predefined code. We can just copy paste it. Inside, if you want to do anything, if you want to generate Excel report or any HTML report, here in this place we have to write our own custom code to generate it. Right, for this one more XML, just we have to add the listener class name. What is the class name? iReporter example. Right, this reporter will execute once all the test cases execution done. Right, all the test cases execution done, it will print. See, listener will executed once all the test case execution is done. Right, how many passed test cases are? 1. Failed test case is 1. Skip test case is 1. Right, total test cases are 3. It will show how many passed, failed, skipped. Right. This listener is used to mostly for reporting purpose. That means to generate our own HTML report or Excel report. For that we can use this listener iReporter. We have to implement iReporter. Then we can have a generate report, and then simple logic we have to write. We can iterate all the suits. Currently we are executing, this is one suit. Right, at a time we will execute one suit, and then we will get one suit, and then we can get the what are the suit results. From the suit results we can iterate all the suit results. Then we will get all the pass test case, fail test case, skip test case. This will execute this for loop only one time because we are executing only one suit. Alright, fine. These are the different types of listeners we have. One is the retry listener, one is the iSuit listener, one is the ITest listener, one is the method listener, one is the iReport. Suppose if I want to enable all, right? Normally we have to these many test cases, XML files we will not create. Only I have only smoke, right? I have a smoke suit or regression suit. Then we can enable all, right? We can enable all listeners. Just we can add all the listeners at a time. Right, listeners, we can add multiple listener classes. All the listeners we can enable. Right, we can write all the listeners so that it will enable all the listeners. Right, while executing this entire suit, smoke suit, these listeners will enable all these listeners. We can write one or more listeners. Right, we no need to write separate TestNG file each and every listener. We can enable all in one XML file so that it will invoke all the listeners. Right, based on our requirement, which listener we want, we can enable it. Mostly, right, these are the TestNG topics. Most of them we have covered. Mostly we will, right, every topic we will use in the real time. Right, every topic we will use generally. Right, from tomorrow, maybe tomorrow onwards, we will start with the actual our Selenium topics. Actual our Selenium we will start. Right, just practice it. Listeners are right. If you practice, then only listeners we will understand. Otherwise, we will not understand. Right, and just practice it. Any questions we will discuss and clarify. Okay, then we'll meet then Deepti tomorrow then.